everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. Welcome. Today we'll be talking about tax lien investing in Indiana. The main reason I'm doing the tax lien investing in Indiana is because I want you to be prepared. There is an auction sale coming up, I think it's September. We'll go through it, but stick with me again. If you don't know me, my name is Stacy, and I'm just basically here to show you how you can be able to invest in land. You can buy land, or you can invest in land for little to nothing. Okay, let's get started. So this one is a deep dive guide, tax lien investing in Indiana. We're gonna just talk about the basics. If you've not watched my previous video, please make sure you watch my previous video and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of this. Okay, what is a tax lien certificate? You are buying the county's right to collect the unpaid taxes plus interest. When you hear unpaid taxes, meaning if the person is owing $2,000, that's the unpaid taxes that they have not paid to the county, but also there's interest on it. Okay, it depends with the state because it ranges from 8 to 36%. Make sure you watch my previous video. I was there explaining what is a tax lien and everything you need to know about it. Okay, the property owner still owns the property. You only own a lien, and that's what's called a lien certificate, a legal claim recorded against the parcel. Okay, the owner has a redemption period to pay you back the taxes you covered plus interest penalties. So in Indiana, they literally have 1 year from the date of the tax sale. This is a tax sale happening September 4th. Before the end of the video, I will show you and everything. But it uses a flat penalty system rather than a standard annual interest rate. So the redemption period, it's always between 6 months to a year. Okay, so they have a 1 year to redeem, but if redeemed within the first 6 months, they're charged a 10% penalty on whatever minimum bid that you bid. If they redeem between 6 months and a year, a flat 15% penalty on the minimum bid. So it's kind of tricky, but yeah, if they redeem, you get your money back with interest. This is the most common outcome. If they never redeem, you have the right to start a foreclosure and eventually get the property. So look at it as a win-win. Okay, at the end of the day, if you put $2,000, if they redeem, they're being penalized between 10% to 15% of the $2,000, depending with what time they redeem, before the 6 months or after the 6 months. Okay, and if they don't redeem, you can be able to foreclose and get the property. So how does it work in Indiana? It's always the delinquent owner misses a property tax deadline, the county publishes the notice. Auctions, sales are held between August to October. Okay, certificates are awarded via premium bid. Overbid earns 5%. Simple. So this is what I was trying to break it down there. The winner earns 10% first 6 months, 15% second 6 months plus. So that's 5 to 10% penalty on principal. Okay, so it depends if they acquire it, if they redeem it the first 6 months or after the 6 months. Okay, subsequent year taxes usually always paid by holder and earn interest. So the owner has up to 1 year to redeem. The holder is paid principal plus interest through the treasurer. So you will be the holder because you are now getting the property. Like I had explained on my previous video, tax lien, you are bidding on the debt. Okay, and the debt is what they owe. Hope that was understandable. And that's the redemption period. But if they don't redeem, you can be able to foreclose. And I will show you. Imagine getting a property for $100,000 or $2,000. So there you go. The numbers every bidder must know. If you notice, every slide I'm emphasizing on it because you literally have to know. I always say it's easy and it's not easy, so you have to understand it first before you even get yourself into this bidding and all that stuff, because at the end of the day, this is educational content only, not legal financial advice, but I've been doing it for long, and I'm here to try and help everybody to be able, we all need to buy some land, we all need to be able to acquire some land and create generational wealth. Okay, anyway, let's get to it. 10% on the first 6 months, so that's September, that's the auction, September 4th. So September, January, February, March. What comes after September? I'm drawing a line. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay. So between that, that's the first 6 months. If the owner comes and redeem, you'll get your 10% on what you had won on the auction. Okay. And this, if they come after, that is 5 to 10% penalty on the principal. Okay. But at the end of the day, you doing it is when you will be able to know how this thing works. Okay, the redemption period is 1 year. Bidding method: premium bid, overbid earns 5%. Simple. Okay, the overbid, you earn 5%. You see the 5%? What I'm talking about is because here you see plus the 5 to 10% penalty on the principal. Okay, and the sale timing is between August to October. That's why I'm doing this video early, so that we can get started. So that will be in September for my people in Indiana, or if you're interested in bidding in Indiana, like I always say, don't bid, don't just think about your backyard. Okay, because at the end of the day, if I'm in Dallas, Texas, and it's getting big and all that and it's expensive, you have to know what other counties, what other places you can be able to bid on. Okay, remember, it's annually. That's why the sale timing is always between August and October. The governing authority is always a county treasurer or the commissioner. So why do investors consider Indiana? Because they have a fixed statutory return. Interest is set by law. So look at it, the 10% or 15%. Okay, plus the 5 to 10% penalty on principal. You see that? So depending on if they do it before the 6 months or after the 6 months, they still gonna get penalized between 5 to 10%, and it's not going by the market swing. That one is a fixed. Okay, so passive cash flow, you do nothing while the redemption clock runs. The treasurer collects for you. So look at it. If you have $1,000 in the bank account, it's not earning interest. If you do the tax lien and stuff, you can be able to see if they don't redeem, you will get that property for $1,000 or whatever you want. I'm just giving the example because I quoted $1,000. But if they redeem, you're getting either 10 to 15% of their $1,000. Okay, and a lot of it is small capital entry. Many certificates cost only a few hundred to a few $1,000s. So what can go wrong? Of course, we have to do all this research. Okay, worthless collateral, if a vacant loan. We're gonna do all this research. I will show you bankruptcy delays, IRS or municipal super liens, missed subsequent taxes, notice defects, illiquid capital. So you have to do all this research. That's why you're getting an ample time to be able to do all this before you can be able to do it. Okay, I mentor and we can go into greater details on this, but for now, there we go. Local wrinkles. So this one is for the out-of-state investor notes. First year redemption. Commissioner sale offered for parcels that didn't sell at regular auction shorter than 120-day redemption. Okay, you see that? First 1 year redemption. Sales offered for parcels that didn't sell at regular auction. Okay, so the September 4th, the ones that didn't sell, they will have a shorter redemption period, 120 days. That's 4 months. So this is your action plan, but I will also show you. Okay, identify counties running upcoming auctions, and download the delinquent list. And let me tell you, I will show you how this mapping to the landonsite.com. So it's maps.landonsite, but if you go to landonsite.com, the one that you see right there, you'll be able to see it, and I will show you before the end of this video. You register as a bidder with each county. Some might require W-9 and deposit background info. Okay, we will pull the tax roll, GIS maps and all that, but let me tell you something. This used to be a headache, but with this maps.landonsite.com, it's much easier, for the simple fact that you do not have to store all this information in your head. I will show you how I do it. Okay, please set a max bid based on the interest rate you'll accept. Never chase the premium, and have a capped price. Please take your emotions out of this, because at the end of the day, if you've put your max price will be like $3,000 or $4,000, please stick to it, because what happens 3/4 of the time is people will go and they will just overbid. Okay, the problem with overbidding, you already did your homework and you already know what you're planning on doing. So whatever that you intend on doing, please stick to it. And I tell you that because it has happened to me a couple times and I've lost some money. Okay, so attend the auction in person or online, and please stick to your list. And I'm about to show you. Track the redemption clocks and pay subsequent year taxes on time to protect your lien. Remember, you're the lien holder because you got a lien certificate. You have to track it, and if unredeemed, retain a local attorney for the deed application and notice process. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. So I always do this. If you notice in all my videos, I always have to let you know the lien versus the deed. This one we're talking about Indiana Tax Lien. So we're focusing on the lien certificate. What you're buying is the debt claim, fixed statutory interest. Owner never pays, no equity. So that's the risk. Timeline, you wait for redemption. Effort is passive and is best for yield-focused investors. Okay. With the tax deed, what you could have bought was the property. Return is discount to market value. So with the tax deed, this one, if they don't redeem, and you'll please subscribe and follow me for more, because I'm doing tax lien and tax deed. So every single time I always have to show you the difference so that you can be able to know. Don't come back and say, oh, Miss Stacy, why I didn't get the property. This is a lien, this is not the deed. Okay. So these are the talking points to say out loud, and I will say it again. Indiana is a tax lien state. You are buying the debt, not a house. The statutory return is 10 months. Oh, sorry. Let's back up. The statutory return is 10%. That's the first 6 months. Okay? After the 6 months, the second 6 months is 15%. So you either getting the 10% or the 15% plus whatever they're being penalized. The penalty on principal redemption is 1 year. So look at it this way. If they redeem it the first 6 months, you will get either 15 or 20%. If they doing it second 6 months, if they redeem it the second 6 months, is either 20 or 25%. Okay. The sale is always between August or October and is ran by the county treasurer, the commissioner, and this one is being ran September 4th. The most certificates redeem. Okay, so look at it this way. You're not losing your money at the end of the day. Please, by show of hands, excluding stocks and stuff, where are you going to put your money and still get 10 to 15% of whatever money that you're going to pay on this tax lien certificate? Okay, plan for cash flow, not property acquisition. So don't look at it as this is my property. Plan for the cash flow that you either gonna get either 15 or 20% or 20 or 25%. Okay, 15 to 25%, not property acquisition. If they don't redeem, works for you. Okay, never buy a lien on a parcel you will not want to own if it doesn't redeem. Follow every notice statute to the letter. This is where investors lose deals. And there you go. So let me show you how we're gonna do it. Oh, sorry, before we continue, in case you have any questions, make sure to subscribe. And this one is material only, and you have to verify all the rules with your county tax office and all that stuff. But listen, I've done it. Put your notes, put your questions, put everything down below this video, and I'll be able to answer you all. Okay, so now let's go on the visual learning. Okay, there you go, maps.landonsite.com, and this is the dashboard. Okay, so let me show you how it's easy to navigate through it. So here we go. We can put Indiana. The one that I'm talking about is for Lake County, but we can just put Indiana, and we can put all counties. Okay, I'm just trying to show you so that y'all can see it's over 32,265 parcel available. Okay, so let me just show you something real quick. As you can see, do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Yeah, as you can see, that's the 32,265. So make sure you know your county, because I do not think anybody want to come here and look at all this. But as you can see, this one is way much easier, because you can be able to kind of even zoom all the way. So this mapping tool is just kind of helping you. Look at that. I'm zooming it live, so let's just click on that. This is a 1.85 acres, and this one is in Noble County. Oh, and what do you see there? That's a commercial. You see that? I think it's a commercial, because I see it's kind of like a gas station. But as you can see, there you go. So with this mapping tool, it makes it easier for you to do that. But if not, you would have gone to Noble County and check and get their download the list of what they're gonna have on auction. Okay, as you can see. But the one I was trying to show you is, let's go back to it. Oh, that's a good one. And let me just save it. So as you can see, I can add it to favorite, and I can come back to it later and do more research on it if I want to. But if we come on it, let me just show you real quick. Okay, sorry, let's close that. Let's go back. So if we come to the auction calendar, we will come over here and we will click Indiana. Okay, and when you click Indiana, we're in the month of July. So if you want, you can still come back and see. As you can see, they have foreclosure auction. Make sure you watch my previous video. I have the tax lien, tax deed, and all that. But as you can see, they have the foreclosure, the lien, the deed. But because today we're talking about the liens, let's stick to the liens so that I do not confuse you. Okay, but as you can see, they have something in July. But as you can see, those are all foreclosure. Okay, as you can see, if you ask me, Stacy, how do you know it's a foreclosure? It's literally written right there. You can see it's all foreclosure. It lets you know if it's online or in person auction. Okay, so the one I'm talking about is in September. Do you see that? And it's September 4th. It's on a Friday. It's online, and they have 9,149 available parcels. We can either click list or we can click map, whichever one. I will show you both. If we click list, make sure you choose only list from this auction. If you don't choose the liens, the list from this auction, it will literally show you everything, the foreclosure, the dates, and everything. So we just want to see what they have on this auction. Okay, sorry, as you know, it's 9,000 of them, so it will kind of have to load, but just bear with me. So as that one is loading, let me show you another way how we could do it. We already know it was September 4th. We will come on map search. We'll come here, Indiana, and we know that's Lake County. So if you're from Indiana, make sure you let me know down below your county and stuff, and maybe we can check. But as you can see, there you go. Lake County, near the lake, okay? But anyway, sorry, I get excited about these beating and stuff, so just bear with me. You see that? Do you see that? Yeah, that's why they always say it's always redeemable, because nobody want to lose their property in good places like this. But hey, you never know what has happened to the person, so you can just choose. Let's just choose. This is live, so as you can see, oh look, this is an empty lot. I like empty lots like this because, oh, let's see. Oh, the opening bid is $10,397. You see that? What do you notice? What do you notice? It's been going on auction since 2023. Do you see that? Yeah, but let's stick to it. We'll come to open panorama view. We want to see the empty lots. Let's see the empty lots. Where is it at? Okay, let's see it again. It's showing right here. It's not empty no more. Do you see that? It's this house right here. And also sometimes if you're not very sure, you can literally just come and copy the address. This is in Gary, Indiana, okay? You can copy the address and you can search it yourself. But also if you want, you can literally, this is why I like this, because it'll literally attach all the research links for you. If you want, we could click the assessor property card and we can get all the information of it. But as you can see, here it is, the address and site description, water no, sewer no, gas no. That means it's empty. It's an empty lot. So that's 2009, transfer history, Scott's done. So anyway, like I say, this is the information, everybody, you can be able to look. Oh, it's a vacant lot. You see that, right? So that's why you see there's no water, sewer and all that stuff, but all utilities, yes, because you're seeing these houses around it, right? So that's just one example. Let's look at this one that has something on it, okay? Okay, this is a good one, and it's literally, opening bid is literally $2,100, okay? So as you can see, it's perfect. We can use this example. We'll kind of close down all this stuff. Now you see why you need to kind of prepare in advance, okay? But as you can see, it's near the beach. It's a lake. I don't know if that's a beach or lake. Anyway, there we go. 2,100. That's the address. We can come here on the assessor property card. There it is. It's giving us all the information we need to know. As you can see, it's a single family lot and it has all the utilities. It gives you the owner transfer. It's literally letting you know everything. And also, not only that, you can be able to see the improvements and everything that you would like to know. So at the end of the day, and it gives you another great overview to see what's there, okay? So that's the good thing with this. Okay, and another thing I want to let you know is this: at the end of the day, every county chooses where they want to do the auction, okay? So let me show you. So if this is something we'll be interested in, it literally tells you we have to go to Zeus auction, but that's where this county deciding to do their bidding on, okay? So let me show you something real quick. Not only that, if you go to Lake County, this is how, if you don't have the mapping tool, this is how you have to go through it. Although it's a longer process because you literally have to go for every what is it saying, every county and all that, compared to the mapping tool, how you see me just putting everything and it came up, okay? So let me show you something real quick. The tax lien auction for county will take place on 9/4/2026. The auction will be held online, Zeus auction. You are able to obtain a bidder number by registering at the Zeus auction. You have to pay $100, okay? The registration requires different forms depending whether you're bidding individual or a company. So I explain more this in my mentorship and stuff, but anyway, let's go through it. It is very important that you read the registration instruction and stuff. So again, come here and read everything, okay? There you go. But this is the dashboard. As you can see, that's my name. But I just had to open this one to show it to you. I have a different one. But anyway, as you can see, here is just the bidding auction. You download the active parcel, okay? If you just download the parcel and stuff, you are not still able to see everything like you see it over here. So for your research, you use the mapping tool. Then on the day of the auction, you come over here and you can be able to bid and stuff. Because as you can see here on the mapping tool, it literally gives you everything you need to know. The recorder's code and everything you need to know. The other one that you just seen me clicking, they just literally just telling you, hey, here is where you need to place your bid. They have already anticipated that you've already done the research that is required for you to do before you come and decide you want to bid on something, okay? So as it's loading, you can see, you can come here, you can even click obituary search. Not saying the person is there, but there you go, the person is around. So you can come and all that stuff. So that's the reason I use the mapping tool, because it kind of make work easy for me and stuff. But as you can see, let's look at this. There have been delinquencies 2023, 2024, and 2026. So let's see. I don't know, it's still loading, because that's where we can be able to go and check and see if they're still delinquent and all that stuff. Those are the research that you need to do to know that if you're supposed to pay all the other money and stuff, okay? But anyway, let's continue. Let me just show you one more. Don't mind me, I always just zoom and click different things. Hold on. Let's look the ones near the beach. I had seen something over here. Look at these 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see this real quick. Opening bid is $2,828. Look at the land value, $60,200. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah. Wow. So hey, I'm just, let's see something. There it is. As you can see, there's houses around it. You see that, right? There's literally a house right there. Wow, and you can buy off. There's a road. So there you go. So as you can see, there we go. Let's see if the other one pulled up the recorders. Okay, so advanced. No, you have to have an account, so I cannot be able to check it. I do not have an account over there. So, but on the property card, like I say, if you watch my previous video, I think for Alabama, you see every state is different. Every state and every county decide how much more information they can give you, okay? Meaning they can decide to give you less or more, okay? But there you go. Look, this person bought it for $30,000. Do you see what I'm saying? Wow, they bought it for $30,000. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to show y'all. And I hope this information was helpful. And I hope you will subscribe for more and follow me for more. And I will put a link for the mentorship, but not today. I just want to show you this. And if you have any questions, make sure you put it over there, because as you can see, it's a lot of information. It's not just something you can literally just sit in one day and just navigate through it. Let's look at this. This is an empty lot. Wow. As you can see, look at that. You see? So if you're from Indiana and stuff, I just had to show y'all. But remember, you know what? We can look at another county, okay? That's a lot. So let's look at another county in Indiana. I'm not from there. I know Gary, Indiana always has some stuff. Let's just look in July and let's just see. These are in person. I always like online. The liens, remember, these are foreclosures. So we have, remember they told us is between September, August, and so a lot of Indiana is always once a year, so it's always annually, so it's always between September and October. So let's look at this one. Okay, let's just click on map. Oh, look at this. Let's see if I know. Okay, let's zoom it. It's this one. Do you see that? It looks like a commercial place. Do you see that? Okay, so, and this one is happening 9/1. So hey, listen, the people who are interested, just let me know, because I'm not saying, I know economy is bad, but I know somebody who has $1,200 that they can decide to bid on a commercial lot and stuff. Let's look at that. 2023, 2024, 2026, meaning nobody has ever bought it. So sometimes the good thing with this, it's kind of letting you know that they're probably not going to redeem. So whatever price you're going for, you're going to foreclose on it and it's going to be yours. Don't quote me on it, but that's just my assumption. Did you just tell me they owe $25 in 2024? And it was for auction? Yeah, but let's see the county recorder. There it is, as you can see, there it is. If we come, you can be able to click the summary and you can see everything on it. Okay, you can click the transfer history. You can literally see everything on it. The sale list. No way, look at that. They bought it for $25,000. Where are my Indiana people at? Even my voice is disappearing. There's no improvement because we can see it's an empty lot. But what did you notice? This one right next to it is for sale too. Okay. You gonna ask me how do I know? But we literally just seen it over here. Oh, and it's the same person, Phoenix Plaza. So they both owning it. So this one, well, let's look at it. And this is the last one, promise. Oh, this one's 13,000. I think the main reason is 13,000 is basically maybe because there's a building on it. So let's see real quick. Sorry, I will try and learn how to make these videos short. Oh, look at that. It's abandoned. Look at all those cars and everything. Look at that. So guess what? If you get it, you can literally do 1 and 2. Anyway, thank you and follow me for more.